Hi, I'm Rena Schneider. I'm 51. I had I've had tinnitus on and off probably my whole life. I would hear weird things like roaring or buzzing or high pitches, but I have to say having constant tinnitus was when I was about maybe 48, 49. And I would say it lasted for about a year. It would be really high pitches and making it impossible to sleep and hard to concentrate and all those things that I'm sure all of you people have been experiencing. I noticed it the most after I had started feeling like my ear was clogged. It was only one ear. I believe it was the left. And I went to the doctor. They gave me Flonase. I took it, and then I just noticed this high-pitched sound from then on, constantly, day and night. Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it was better. But it was annoying. I had a lot of congestion, postnasal drip. I've been to ENTs who told me that it was eustachian tube dysfunction, but that's only after I've had a gazillion blood tests and a gazillion allergy tests and 3 pages of allergy testing, to be exact. All sorts of crazy stuff. They gave me, well, aside from Flonase, they gave me all kinds of nose sprays, eye drops, allergy pills, steroids, you name it. They handed it to me, and honestly, after what the Flonase did to me, I didn't take it. It didn't matter anyway because I couldn't find anyone to help me, and I was at my wit's end, and I was frustrated. I felt hopeless. I felt helpless. I felt like my life was destroyed and that I couldn't interact with people the way I wanted to. It consumed my life. It drove me insane. And I searched feverishly on the internet looking for help, and I came across Liam's site. And at first, I'll be honest, I thought it was a scam. I thought, here we go, another magic pill or herb thing or this system or that system, and if it's really helping people, why isn't it for free? But when you give him the time to watch what his program is about and what he does it to raise money so he can continue finding ways and helps for people because he's lived through it too. And so I gave it a shot. I figured, you know what have I got to lose? I felt like I lost my life. It just consumed me, and I couldn't sleep, and everything was miserable, day and night, for a long time. And I saw his site, and I tried putting his program into my daily life. So I'd say, after watching his testimony, I figured, you know what, maybe there is hope. Maybe if I tried it and applied what he said, that it would work. Now, did I do everything perfectly? No. I don't know anybody that does. People want to know, what did you do to get rid of tinnitus? I can't say it's any one thing that really worked. I will tell you the 2 greatest factors, those being fasting, and honestly, one of the biggest things of all was not focusing on it. And I know that sounds crazy. It sounds like, how is that even possible? But I just made the decision one day that I wasn't going to let this take any more of my life. I wasn't going to let it steal from me anymore, and I'm going to focus on living my life and living it to as full as it possibly can be. And when I started doing that, among implementing the other things that Liam provided, I started noticing it less and less and less and less. Now, I'm going to say, how much time did it take? Everybody wants to know. Everybody's different, okay? It doesn't matter how you got it, what caused it, whatever. It makes no difference. The point is, the system works if you work it. And one of the biggest things you can do to help yourself is just, one, trust the program, and two, focus on your life. Focus on the good things you've got going on. Focus on your family. Focus on whatever good you can find and live your life. The less you focus on tinnitus, the more you focus on life, the less it will consume you, the less it will overtake you. Now, people want to know, okay, fine, what did you do? Well, here's what I did. I did intermittent fasting, like 16/8 or however you want to call it. I did a lot of fasts. And by fast, I mean water fasts. I couldn't do dry fasting because I was on Synthroid, which I'm now off of. I'm no longer on Synthroid anymore. And I do believe it was because of the fasting. It changes your hormones, it cleans your body out, it puts everything in right order again. But that's another subject. Plus, I worked with my doctor to continuously lower it more and more. Kept getting blood tests as the numbers kept changing and getting better. So you have to work with your doctors on that. I'm not telling anyone to get off their medications. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just saying, try to find a doctor who's willing to work with you to go in the direction that you want. Because medications are a Band-Aid, not a cure. But I was told I'd never get off Synthroid, and I've been on it for well over 20 years. And guess what? I'm off it. I'm not on any medication anymore for anything. So what did I do? I intermittent fasted every day. I did once every month about a 3-day water fast. The longest fast I did was 5 days. One of those days, all water fasts. Except for once I tried a dry fast. I did 1 day dry fast and 2 days following with water fasts only. But I never did more than 5 days. If you can, great. If you can't, don't. You go gradually. First try 24 hours without eating any food, just water, and then try 36 hours, or do it gradually so you don't throw your system into shock. Every time I fasted, yes, my tea did get worse. Sometimes it got a lot worse. Sometimes it would just be screaming. But then a couple of days after the fast, I would notice it actually dropped and got lower. Like considerably lower. Like anywhere from, let's say, a 7 or an 8 to maybe a 2 or 3. It's a big difference. And the fact that it can go higher and the fact that it can go lower should tell you that it's not forever. The fact that whether it goes up or down, it can change. That's the point I'm trying to make. I did a lot of fasts. How many? I don't know. 10? I don't know how many I did. I just did it. More like once a month. And what else did I implement? Well, I cut out coffee. I cut out all nightshade vegetables. I pretty much lived on like greens like arugula and spinach and chicken and beef. I did eat some liver, not a lot. I did jump roping to get the lymphatic system going. I did do hot and cold showers. Sometimes I noticed it helped. Sometimes it made it worse. Sometimes it made it better. Sometimes it didn't change at all. I just tried all these different things. And like I said, I didn't do it perfectly. I didn't do any of the supplements because, as I said, I was on Synthroid. I did try the iodine once, and it spiked my T to about a level 9 or 9.9, 10 being blow my brains out. I pretty much could hit like a 9.9. I was pretty close to just knocking my own head off. But like I said, just hang in there. You're going to get some high days. You're going to get some low days. I tried to get as much sunlight as I could. I tried some grounding. I didn't do these things all the time every day, but what I did do every day was I did do the intermittent fasting every day, and I did, cutting out the nightshades for quite a long time. Kept a clean diet, drank a lot of distilled water, Like I said, sometimes the cold showers worked, sometimes they didn't. I did try the myofascial massage where you put the ball behind the jaw and the whole bit, and that did work sometimes. Sometimes it didn't. But all in all, I'd say with all the fasting that I did, it took about a good 6 months where I really started noticing it was continually staying at a pretty low level, consistently. And I'd have to say it took about maybe a whole year by the time I just noticed it. I just didn't notice it anymore. It was just gone. The biggest difference, the biggest two things that made a difference for me was definitely the fasting, which it would always spike either during or after I fasted, but then it would lower a lot. And the other thing, major key factor, was not focusing on tinnitus. It was focusing on living my life. I made the decision that I wasn't going to let it steal from me anymore, and that I was going to focus on living my life. And that alone helped tremendously. Listen, you can let it rob from you, rob from your life, take you away from your friends and family, or you can decide you're going to live your life and you're going to beat this thing, and you are. It's not forever. Don't listen to what the doctors say. They don't understand it. They don't know what it's about. Liam did his homework. He went all over the world talking to everybody, trying to find out what works and what doesn't. And listen, some things are going to work for some people. Other things are going to work for other people. Everybody's different. Find what works. Don't change everything at once, because if you do that, you're not going to know what works and what doesn't. See what works for you. Maybe you don't have to fast. Maybe if you just cut the stress out of your life, that might just tremendously help. I don't know, maybe cutting out coffee or things that are poisoning you, maybe that's what's going to work for you. I don't know. Just try it and see how it goes. The other thing I did implement, since I couldn't take any of the supplements, I did put a ton of garlic and parsley and ginger in almost every meal that I ate, just to clean my system out and help it along. I do believe that helped. My advice to everyone is don't freak. This is not forever. You're going to get through this and you're going to get over this. Don't expect to do everything perfectly. I didn't do everything perfectly. I didn't follow the program perfectly. Some days were better than others. That's just how it is. But I just kept moving forward. Just keep going forward, and you'll get there. Just live your life and be thankful for the good things in it. And that's what works. So this is my testimony. No more tinnitus, and you're going to get there too. You will. Just keep moving forward. Liam, thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless everybody on this site, because I'm rooting for all of you. God bless you.